presenting my motion today. I know that the community has been working really hard. We started back in 2019 at a public hearing with not just a full house, 2 full houses of residents that came out, looking for support on this rejection of this applicant.
Sorry, Madam Chair. Sorry to interrupt, Madam
Yes.
Chair. We're just having some technical difficulties with the video feed for the public side.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to interrupt, but they can see the video feed now.
Okay, wonderful. I guess I'll start again. We came back we started this process for 4101 Rutherford Road back in September 2019, where we had quite a bit of representation from the community. I'd say a couple of houses full of residents that came out, passionately speaking about, opposition to this proposal here that we have in front of us. In the meantime, I guess in the last few months, the ratepayers and the applicant and us and staff have engaged in trying to come up with a resolution that's more respectful of the community. That it's a 4101 Rutherford is an entry feature to a very affluent and a very prestigious community, one of the oldest communities in Vaughan. And I think that it deserves the respect that it commands, given that the community is the beginning of what we now call our home, the city of Vaughan. We've gone back and forth with the developer, and we felt that we were almost there. And I know that staff is trying to do the best they can professionally, and the residents are doing the best they can. We are all. When we came to public hearing in September 2019, I made a commitment to this community that no matter what happened, what transpired, that I would be on the side of the community. And I'm not going to waver on that. I never have, and I never will. But I proceeded with caution to tell my community that this is a fine balancing act always between the board, the city council, the residents. It's always been that way. And unfortunately, until we have the LPAT in place in Ontario, it's always going to be this way. And my objective is always to find the best possible solution for my community. It's not about digging in my heels and strutting. It's not about, making political moves and messages. It's about doing the right thing, the best thing, a made in Vaughan solution, just like our mayor always has said to us. And that's what it's always about for me. And I know some people took that out of context back at the public hearing, and they thought that I was supporting the developer right at the gate, which is not the case. If anybody knows me well, in the last 10 years, it's always about the community and coming out with the best possible solution. We came close, and unfortunately, we're not quite there. But for my community, and in the best interest of my community, and holding the developer, which is, accountable to what he said in this letter, that they will continue to work with the community to get the best possible solution for the community. I'm going to hold them to task today. I'm going to hold them to task and give the community the best opportunity to come out with the best possible solution. So my resolution today, will be more in keeping of continuing those discussions. Now, I'm going to reiterate, and I don't want anyone to misunderstand or misconstrue where I'm heading. My resolution is going to be as forward: that council receive the staff report for information, the legal services staff be directed to request LPAT-led mediation at the LPAT with the applicant and any other party that seeks party status at the LPAT with respect to the non-decision appeals filed by the applicant regarding OP 19003Z, 19008, and DA 19042. Now, what this means is that we're going to go to mediation with the board and the appellant, failing which, I guarantee you today that when staff, if this fails, this mediation fails, I give you my word that I will be seeking from this council a rejection of this proposal in its entirety, because I'm trying to cross that finishing line with the community. And if we can't do that now, and Rosemary Humphreys, I hope you're listening, because what you said in this letter better hold true, that you want to continue negotiating with the community and you're open to it. So now we're going to go to the board and we're going to do a board-led mediation, failing which I will put a motion on this floor to have this application rejected should mediation fail. That is my promise and my commitment to my community, and I am not going to waver. And I know that I have my council's support. So this is my resolution today, and I'm hopeful that we will come forward with something that's good for our community, in keeping with the community, respectful of the community. And when I say respect, I really mean it. I think that you know, when developers come forward with an application, they have to address that respect component of the community that they're going into. When you're designing a block plan right from scratch, it's okay. No one lives there yet, you know, but when you're going into an established community of 30 years plus, you need to be respectful and mindful of that community. And we haven't done that here yet. And so I'm hopeful that this mediation will actually give us that respect that we deserve, that this community deserves, and that we come up with a maiden-von solution through this mediation. If not, then we will seek a complete and full rejection of this application through this council and to the board, and our message will be loud and clear at that point. So my motion's on the table, and I know that the mayor would like to second it.
But I'm sharing. Unfortunately,
so who wants to second my motion then?
I'll let the deputy mayor chair it.
Okay,
but
thank you.
Madam Chair, thank you so much. We do have a seconder for the motion. But I did notice a word that you highlighted a number of times, which I may want to just make very briefly a couple of comments on, and that is the word respectful and or respect. And throughout this process, I think that all parties involved ought to be respectful of each other and one another, including respect towards our staff, our council, and the developer, as well as citizens. Respect is a two-way street, as we probably learned in kindergarten. We did learn that respect is part and parcel of living a life that speaks to the higher values of our community. And I know that this respectful theme will be carried out throughout these hearings. And I do think that through respectful action, we can arrive at a resolution to this issue that is respectful of all parties involved. So I wanted just to pick up on that word that you said, because it struck home with me.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
And now I guess we could proceed to take the vote, I would imagine. Any opposition? I see and I don't hear any opposition. Mr. Clerk, do you hear any or see any opposition?
I don't see any opposition.
Or Madam Clerk, thank you. So motion carries. Back to you, Madam Chair.
Okay. My desk and my chairs are full of paper. Just give me a minute.